Hey everybody, another episode of Let's Play. I'm back with Bob.
Hi.
And today we are throwing down HardWar. This is a company level, but like kitchen table scaled 6mm war game of mechs and tanks and little airplanes, which is currently crowdfunding and available as a free set of Quickstart rules from Modiphius. Now they were kind enough to send along a couple copies of the Syndicate for us to paint up, and with the Quickstart rules, we're going to be doing the demo out of the rule book today, where we're basically just using the Syndicate split in half and using alternate models for both our sides. So you're using one of the two mechs to do the, it's not Syndicate, it's the Consortium.
Consortium, yep.
The Consortium military versus Syndicate, and we're playing on a 2x2 mat. So the core demo is 11 points. It's 11 class worth of miniatures.
Yep.
And the starter sets come with 20, which is the standard game size, so 7 miniatures. Now you got all yours painted up.
It's a lot of good stuff.
It is a lot of good stuff. I had a primer accident on 2 of mine that didn't quite get finished. So my flyer and my second heavy class 4 tank aren't painted. But we both have, you have your full 20 painted. I have 13 points painted. The demo only uses 11 points, so it's about half of one of the boxes.
So basically what it amounts to is one of the large tanks and one of the mechs.
Yep.
We'll swap. So I'll use 2 and he'll use the other 2, and then
so you have the Ranger and the Longinus.
And then our VTOL neither of us will use.
We don't have the rules for it anyway.
Right, the rules aren't in the quick start anyway, so that works out.
So we don't know what it is. But this is just so we get a sort of like a grasp of the game. The core engine, and it's sort of like, it's an opposed dice pool system where you pair off results basically to cancel dice. And then ranges for target numbers where you pull damage. So we'll share the table, we'll share the forces, and we'll get this demo underway. All right, so here we are set up for some HardWar. We've got our 2x2 gaming map put down and our 2 demo forces. So on the Syndicate side, we have 2 Guerrilla little battle tanks, a Boris class walker, and a Kutuzov, which is the big heavy class 4 tank in the back there. On the other side, actually the alternate models from the Syndicate. So this guy's gonna stand in as a Ranger today, which is a big missile boat. The Longinus, which is the other heavy tank, and then a Verdun and a Montgomery tank. The Verdun's more like a mobile, like a whatchamacallit, it's a rail gun, so it's like a mobile like field gun as opposed to being like a main battle tank. And the Montgomery's an actual like battle tank with its assisted targeting.
In that traditional, medium battle tank.
And then Bob's got the remaining units from that half of the Syndicate painted up there. So you've got your cool plane, you've got the whatchamacallit, the Kutuzov as well, and then you've also got a Boris painted up. And you can see my alternate mech there, also painted up in the black and red, but my priming problem meant that I have to go back and strip the other 2 and repaint them. In this mission in the core rulebook, and if you want to see a review of the rulebook, you can go through the GMG review, which will be up in the cards. We're playing the demo mission, and the demo mission is a 2x2. We deploy on the board edge, so we both roll off because you have the same number of units for initiative. So you win that roll, and that means you get to deploy on any board edge you want, touching the board edge. Now, we have lots of solid terrain. We have some rough patches here, these little guys. We have some woods, and we have some roads, and roads actually matter. They get bonus movement to tracked vehicles. Differentiating our 2 units here, I've got an XMG, which is minus defense and tracked on my Garians, as well as smart. So they can, if they can't see you, they can fire their missiles out of line of fire. If they can fire their XMGs, which reduce your defense. My Boris, he's got alert all the time, which means he doesn't have to make patrol moves to gain it. He can just move and fire his gun with no penalties. His grasping manipulators, which is a fancy way of saying hands, mean that he gets bonuses in close combat in the full rules, but they don't do anything in here. And my Kutuzov has smart, so he can also shoot out a line of fire. Gunnery controller, he can split his firepower between 2 targets, and self-repair, so you can spend an action to regain a damage. The rest of these stats we'll go through as we actually start the turn, but we have mobility, firepower, armor, and defense as our 4 key stats. And then class, which is your point value, and you have double your class in damage points that you can typically take. Now you've got some railguns, which do additional, they basically always do crits on the Verdun there, so if he lands a damage with it, it's a bonus point of damage that burrows through. Both these guys are also tracked. Assisted targeting, you can reroll a failed hit roll after I roll my defense dice. So basically one of your canceled dice can get re-rolled. And then also an XMG on him. Indirect fire, full strike. If you use both your actions to fire, you get +2 to your firepower, but you'll lose 2 defense. And smoke screen on both these guys, you can basically count as being 2 inches further away, or 3 inches further away when you spend an action to activate it. Finally, bracing mass for your Longinus.
Oh, yeah.
Rapid and full strike. He can also give up both his actions to go to 10 firepower. His XMG means that it's
ridiculous.
bananas. He reduces his opponent's defense, of course, by 1 for that Longinus. And then his rapid and bracing fire on his gun.
Bracing mass, you use your full firepower value for advancing fire.
Even when you're advancing fire, and then rapid.
When you patrol.
When he patrols, he moves 3 times his movement.
But you get -1 to your
-1 to your firepower.
Their defense.
Or defense, sorry, yeah. I recommend that you have some tokens for activated. We also will flip these if guys lose actions for any various reasons, and you place those down at the start of the turn. So you get to place your guys on board edge. You've placed your Ranger, your Montgomery, and your
Verdun, and the Longinus.
And Longinus on the flank. I'm actually going to deploy my 2 Garians over on the road, because they like moving tracked movement. I'm going to put my Boris over here, and then I'm going to put down my big giant Kutuzov. Start of the round gains a activation token, because they are unactivated so far. And then we roll for initiative in the first turn. Now, if you have less units, you automatically gain the initiative. If you're tied, you roll off. Let's see who's going first. 12 means you are going first.
Excellent.
Now, of course, that means you pick the first unit to activate. We alternate back and forth individually activating units until we have no units left to go. Everybody gets to make 2 actions from the following list. Move, of which there are various types of movement. You can patrol or do a combat move. Sorry, a cautious or a patrol move. Cautious is you move your basic movement value, but you gain alert, which means you can see 360, and you don't have your firepower when you make an advancing fire. And then patrol is you move twice your mobility value, but you reduce your defense by 1 until the end of the next turn. So that makes it a bit risky to move around. These are the 2 quick start versions of movement. Then you can also shoot, which is just sitting still and shooting, and then advancing fire, where you can move and fire at half your firepower unless you have the alert rule. And then finally aimed shot, where you spend both your actions to gain +1 to your firepower.
All right, I am going to activate my Ranger. I am going to do a
patrol or a cautious move.
I gotta get the right cautious move, right? Okay. So the cool thing here is you do a cautious move, and the cautious move then basically unlocks your advancing fire action so that it doesn't penalize you anymore.
It means you can basically move, and still fire full firepower.
Full effect. Yep. Cautiously move up here. What's his
mobility?
It's 4. Oh, I got 20.
So 4 inches, yep.
And then all I'm going to do is use the remainder to get up here.
To advance and fire.
And then I'm going to take a shot at that Kutuzov.
All right, so Kutuzov is going to have a threshold, which we have to determine now.
All right, so inches are rounded up.
Yep, so you are 16 and a bit, so 17. And now his armor, and that's going to be 5, so 22.
Holy cow.
Plus he is obscured by some stuff in the way, so 23. We have to roll our firepower pool versus my defense pool. Now you have an XMG or something else?
No, mine, I have indirect fire, and I can full strike if
you use both actions. Yeah. So this time you're just using your basic firepower, which is what?
Which is 5.
And my armor defense is 4.
Cool.
So you're going to roll 5 dice, I'm going to roll 4 dice. And we pair up results. So I can pair up my 7 with a 7 to go away. And that's it. But I only cancel 1 die.
I needed a lot more than that. So what you do afterward then is whatever's left, you pair up.
You pool together, basically.
Pool it together into groups. You could have multiple groups. Yep. But at this point, with a range what it is, I need basically to just add all my dice together.
24.
And even then, I still didn't get enough.
You got to 16. I got 16 and 17. So 8 and 8 is 16, 17
so
total.
Falls short, misses, who knows.
Doesn't hit the threshold. Yeah. And it doesn't do any damage. So it wings off of him, or it loses like momentum. Activation token gets pulled because he's done. That was the first activation of the turn. Then let's do some Gary on my wayward son. And these guys are going to make first, a cautious move. Now, a cautious move on a tracked road gives them +1 of their mobility.
Yay.
So going 5 inches up along here.
I like that tanks are they're the primary vehicle in this game.
Yep.
Right? Mechs are kind of
too expensive.
Right, they're an expensive
They're a luxury in this universe. So now that I have guard, or sorry, alert rather, that means that I can fire with advancing fire. Now you can make advancing fire before or after your move. I'm gonna do it before this time around, and I'm gonna take some shots over at your horrifying Longinus in the corner. My threshold for this is going to be pretty big, probably 25 or 26 plus your armor. Oh, guns, his armor's only 3. So what's my range? 25? 25, 26 because of the stuff in the way, and then 2 armor.
And 3 armor, so 29.
29. So you roll here, but I'm XMG, so you're only going to roll 1 defense dice less against me.
Which means I'm only going to roll 1.
1. So here's my firepower. 4 didn't cancel anything, but this does not add up to the 29 that I needed. 12s explode and you get to roll additional dice. If I'd gotten lucky there in a 12, I might have actually hit you. Yep. It was worth trying.
And it's worth noting, 12s cancel each other before you roll the exploding.
Yeah. But now I get to finish my move and duck behind this bit of hull down over here. Go another 5. You.
I'm gonna move. I think I'm gonna move the Longinus up. I think
so first action,
snipe you for what you just did.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cautiously move up. So that's 4 inches.
You'll gain alert.
I'll gain alert, and then move the rest of the way.
Doing advancing fire.
And do some advancing fire on him.
Oh yeah, right there in the open.
It's still going to be -1 for cover because there's plenty of concrete in the way.
Yeah, +1 threshold.
It up to 19.
So 19 inches away, 22 for my armor, and then 23 for being in cover. Yeah, so threshold is 23.
I have a bunch of dice.
You have 8 dice. And you have an XMG, so I'm rolling 1 less, so I'm actually only rolling 2 defense dice here. So my defense dice, I got 11 and a 2, so I can cancel your 11 with my 11.
Which is good, that would have been a critical.
That would have been a critical, and no 2s.
I get any critical as a result.
So how many pools of 23 can you make here?
Let's see.
It looks like that's going to be 20 and a 3, and then 21, 23. So there you go, 2 sets of 23, which is 2 damage. Class 2 vehicle, I'll take 2 and have 2 remaining. Second action, so his activation token comes off and he's done and it's back to me. Didn't much appreciate that. So I'm going to have to make you die. And I'm gonna go with my Boris, I think. And which one of the 2 tanks is this guy? Is he the self-propelled gun?
He's the Verdun, the one with the rail gun. And then this is the Montgomery, who's the more kind of traditional.
Well, then it's Boris o'clock. And the Boris is very mobile because he's alert, which means he can still shoot despite his whatchamacallit. He can make a double move, a patrol move, and not reduce his firepower of his gun. So he's gonna make a patrol move to there. He does lose a defense, or down to 4 to 3, so he becomes vulnerable. But I get to my full firepower, which is 5 at you. Now we're pretty close and change, so 15 away, and I'm rolling
3 armor.
So that's gonna be 18s I need. Yep. Rolling 5 dice here. And this is an ion cannon, so a 3 and an 11. I get no 3s or 11s, so you cancel nothing, but I did get a 12, so I just roll it again. And roll another 10. And so you were 17 away, so 14 plus 3. And that means I can make a 17 with these, and then a 17 with these, and then that drops off. No doubles though, so no criticals, so just 2 damage.
So that's 2 damage, but you have
ion so you're also going to flip and lose an action.
And we get 1 action.
Because that was only my first action, and that was a patrol action, or advancing fire. I get to do that again. I'll advancing fire, because you can make either a cautious or a patrol move when you advancing fire, and I'm going to shoot before I move this time. Okay, we're just going to do it again. 5 shots. And, so you cancel my 11, which is great, but nothing with the 9. So it's still 17 away. So I can't do 2 hits here this time around, because that's only a 16. So we have to do this and do 1 more. I don't know if you lose your actions twice. If you do, that's great.
I see.
But I'm gonna use my second action to move out of line of fire back to here.
I would think, right? If you get pummeled by enough.
We activated out now. Yep, so he's done, and it's back to you. So you've just got your last tank to go, and that's your Montgomery. It's more like my Guerrilla in here. It's like a main battle tank.
I can't smoke screen, but I can at least. I'm just gonna. There's no point in not doing it. I'm just gonna do a double cautious move.
Cool.
And we'll go right here.
Out of line of fire. So I have a Garyon remaining. So we're going to, I think, make a cautious move up to here and get ourselves hull down for +2. And then we'll make a just a standard fire into your big tank. 20 inches away, +1 for the partial cover, +3 for the armor is 24 for my threshold. XMG, so you're rolling 1 less defense dice.
My big whopping 1.
It's a 6. Doesn't cancel anything, but I don't re-roll, and I didn't get your threshold, so no damage. It's just the biggest boy, because you're activated out.
Yeah, you activated.
I did. I activated you out. So Kuznetsov gets to go. He's going to do precisely what he did, you know, to everyone else that's ever coming his way. He's just going to sit still, and he's going to blast this guy. 21, 16 for range, 3 for armor, and then 2 because you're 50% or more obscured. Now, I have a huge old firepower of 6. XMG or anything, so you're rolling your defense dice. Nicely done. Nothing to cancel, though. Oh, you get the 5, yep. That's it. No 8s or 11s. But I get to roll an extra dice because I got a 12 and get a 1.
But that could be a critical now.
That is going to be a critical now. So I needed a 17 because, I needed a 21. So 21 will be...
I'll get you 2.
I don't think it'll get me 2 because that's 18.
No, I mean, it'll get you the critical. So
yeah. So I can do this and this, which is 21, 24, and that'll be the critical.
2 crits.
So that's 2 damage, and then I fire again. Because it's my second action now, just to take a shoot action.
Yep.
You get 3, you still get your full defense. Full defense. 3 dice.
Oh yeah, you're firing, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And you can cancel my 12s, that's right. You can cancel my 5. And no 4s.
And that's it.
And I gotta get 21 again, but I got no doubles because you got my 5. So that'll be 22, and then the 8 goes away. 3 remaining. So that is turn 1.
We've got
on to turn 2. We're a sit rep update. So we remove all of our smoke, we remove all of our vulnerable, and that's it. And then we place down our new turn summary thing by putting action points in the pool. Neither side's wiped out during the turn summary, and that means we go into rolling off again because we both have the same number of models. It's you. Initiative once again for the turn, and it will activate the first model.
How fun. I am going to, I want to do this. I'm full striking with the Ranger on the Kuznetsov.
Why not? So this is both your actions. We get +2 firepower.
Normally, right? Firepower 5, but I get +2.
And you become vulnerable, you lose 2
and
of your
lose 2, so I'll have to remember that this actually means -2.
And the XMG takes you to 0. There's no whammy. Now the threshold was,
I didn't check.
We were 6, I think it was 16 away. 16 inches away. My armor's 5, 21, and then the billboard in the way is 22. And I have a defense of 4.
I did get a 12.
You did get a 12.
And I do have double 3s.
If I can get the 12, which I don't, I'll cancel a 4, however, which will get rid of a crit, and that's all I got. So
I will
get a 2.
A 2, which doesn't give me another critical, but that's going to be enough
for 1 point.
There's going to be 1 point, and it's
including a crit.
Including a crit.
So 2 points of damage. So my 8 goes to 6 remaining. Whole action. He's like, fire everything. Well, did you know that the Boris loves to party and is going to continue to party? So what we're going to do with the Boris, because this is what he does, is we're going to move 3 and 6 over to here with an advancing fire, and he'll become vulnerable again. I'm going to blast this jerk back here who's almost dead. 15 and armor 3 goes to 19, and I'm blasting. I did get a 12.
That's not good. Oh, but I
canceled it. The 2 doesn't do anything though.
Nope.
But 19, I am more than there, and that'll do a point of damage. I think you only had 1 left.
And that's all I had. Yep. Kaboom.
So we don't remove models in this game. We put down smoke markers, but you do lose the action point from the action pool. We are going to do that thing where we shoot this guy now. He's fully in cover though. I think he's over 7. Oh no, he's within 7, 8, and 9 because of the full cover. So I only see less than half of you. And then your armor is 3, so 12 total. Patrol advancing fire again. I got 5 dice. Trying to beat a 12 here. Uh-oh. You don't cancel anything.
Cancel anything.
So I'm gonna do, I get no doubles, but I do get a 12 and a 12. And that's gonna mean that I do 2 points of damage and you lose an action. And then I do that thing I do where I run away because that guy's scary. And he runs back here. So advancing fire and advancing fire, 2 patrol actions, but I am vulnerable now.
All right, I'm gonna cautiously move. Gotta get the right words.
Yep.
Cautiously move up to here, and then
Do you want to back yourself up, hold down?
I am gonna be nice and hold down,
There you go.
and then take a shot at that damaged.
The one in the open there? All right.
That one, right?
That's this guy right here.
He's probably hold. Yeah, he's
From the billboard?
he's
Plus one? Okay.
There's enough concrete here
That's
to
fair.
be annoying.
Yeah. So that's going to be 8, and then it looks like over 4, so 13. 14 for the obstruction, and then he's armor 3 17s. I'm going to get 2 dice because you're XMG. I get a 2 and a 12. And then you could re-roll something I cancel. I did, but I didn't. You didn't get any cancels here, so let's just go away.
If I re-roll the 6, because what do I need to hit?
You re-roll out. Well, if you roll a 12 or a 2, it's going to go away. You need a. We said what was it? A 19 because you were 14, 17, 18.
And how many hits do you still have 2?
I have 2 left. You need to get a crit here. So
I'd like to be greedy and try to go for a 7. Or
no matter what. Yeah, if you get a 7 or 10, you cancel it. No. It still adds up to 1.
Ooh, no, never mind. That's the whole thing. So I can back up as the second part of my.
Yeah, as the second part of the move and fire, because you were alert because of your cautious move, and then you can move out of the line of fire with the rest of that. Well, before he dies, he's going to take a shot, I think, into this fellow over here. Yeah, I think we just fire. Or do I get sneaky with it? Do I cautious move first, and then advancing fire? Yeah, I think I do. I'm going to do a cautious move. So I'm going to go, my cautious move is 5. So just driving on the road to here and getting my patrol. And then I'm going to shoot your big tank. Super in the way, so you'll be +1 defense, 15-inch range, +1 for the signs, +3 for the armors, 21 for my threshold, and I got 3 shots. XMG, so you're rolling 1 less dice though. And, I think I might have you here. That's 21 exactly, or that's 20 exactly, but I get to roll an extra dice. Not a crit. So just 1 point of damage.
See, this is my biggie though, so I've got plenty.
And then I scoot out of line of fire. Big boy, he's gonna have to move if he wants to find a target, I think, unless he wants to shoot me hold down over here.
Yeah, I can fire hold down.
You could full strike, or does he have full strike?
He sure does. 10 dice.
You could full strike the absolute bejesus out of me. Fire with your bracing fire? Go for it.
Yeah, the real question is, do I get bold? I think I am, watch this. So there it was. So we're gonna move.
His movement is 4, so he'll get onto the road with the first action.
Right, so
and
then
get to
up onto
fire.
the road.
Yep.
And then he's gonna
take a shot over here.
He's gonna take a shot over at the Kuznetsov.
Okay, Kuznetsov's just sitting there. He is at least hull down, so he's gonna get +1 for that, and then range. 14 for range, 5 for armor, and 1 for the obstructions.
And then I have my 8 dice.
Yep.
You are -1 die because I've got XMG.
Yep, so I got 3 dice.
I got 2 12s. Ouch.
I can cancel a 1. I didn't cancel anything else, and you got so many crits here.
I need another.
2 dice, yep.
Oh my gosh.
Keep rolling. This is bad for me. Oh my god. Okay, so 20. I think you might just kill me here, because you can go, well, 2 12s is going to be
There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and...
Well, that's 2, 4... That was a 10, yeah?
Yeah.
That's 1, 2, 3 because it's a crit, 4, 5 because it's a crit, and that's it. No, actually 4 and then the 2 1s.
The 2 1s can become a crit.
Yeah, so that's 6 right there, and that's the rest of my health. Why do you fall? And you still have an action left too. That thing's terrifying. I see.
Hello.
You are vulnerable, however. You can move. You can move and fire.
I am going to move and fire. Yeah, I'm going to fire and move.
Remember, you gain the alert token when you do your first. Whatchamacallit, when you do your first advancing fire.
I can stay put and fire at that tank and then back up.
Sure can.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire at him.
Bad news bears.
Find out what that range, that beautiful, beautiful range is.
22. It's 17 +2 for cover, +3 for armor. And you're an XMG, so I'm only rolling 2 defense dice. Yikes. Well, I can cancel an 11 and cancel a 10.
11 and
that's
the
better.
10, that's huge. So that's going to be 1 critical, so it'll be 2 damage.
2 damage, yep. Stack, unfortunately, you didn't have enough dice to get all the way to 2.
It doesn't need to.
Yeah, because that's it. My health, though. All right, well, he's the last one, and you're going to move afterwards, yeah?
And then, yeah, the second half, I'm just going to scooch back. Driver.
Well, then, time to shoot this guy who's vulnerable. Slightly dead. So we're going to do a
Patrol's double move, cautious
move to here, yep. And then we'll take a shot. 20, 15 for range, 2 for cover, and then armor
XMG.
3. I have XMG, so you got 0
I have 0 dice.
Yeah, so I get 3 dice against 0. If I start rolling 12s here, I might kill you. but I'm rolling against nothing. I need 20. It doesn't even add up to 20. And that's my last activation. So that's round 2. Round 3. We are tied once again because we both have a unit dead, although my unit's much more valuable. I get it this time. So you remove your vulnerable tokens. We put down our activated tokens. And it's activations. All right. Well, I don't like it, but this is what we're doing. Boris, I need you to do all the work. You're coming out 6 again. He's alert, so he's making a patrol move. Over to here. He's shooting this guy in the open. You'll have the tree, so +1. But it's going to be 8. That's going to be 10. So 10 inches. Your armor is 3. So that's going to be 13, 14 for the cover. 4 on the Montgomery, okay. So that's going to be 14, 15 for the cover. And then 5 dice. Yep. I don't have XMG. I have Ion.
That's right, Ion.
I have bad news. You don't cancel anything.
See if I cancel anything else.
Nope. So that's going to be, and what I say it was 15?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, the problem is I can't do crits. I can't do crits.
Either way, you're going to get 2 hits.
I'll get 3 hits if I do it this way, because that's going to be 13, 15, which is 1, and then that's 22, which is a crit. So 3 damage total. This is an action, and then I think I do my second move and fire now, shooting this guy.
His normal.
Yeah, he's back to his normal full fire. So we're going to go, because this is going to be 8, and then it looks like from the corner of that, that's another 4. So that's 12, 13, 14. And then what's your armor?
3.
So 17 for it, because I just want you to have 1 action each here. So 17 and your normal defense. I get a 12. Let's see what you cancel. Cancel my 12. And you cancel the 3. And that does not add 17, so nothing happens. And then he is on the run.
Run away!
So we're gonna go 3 and 6 and run back behind this and be like, never! Vulnerable for making those 2 patrols, but he's scared of that tank.
Move around. I'm gonna do a cautious move and then
a move and fire.
And then a move and fire.
Okay, I've only got 1 damage left on that guy, so if you can kill him, he's dead. Or you hit him, he's dead.
We've got a range of 6, because it rounds up.
Yep, 7 for cover.
7 for cover.
And then armor is 3, so 10. 3, firepower 5.
We should make sure.
And I don't cancel anything.
No, and I
So, yeah, 10 twice, I'm just dead. He's wrecked.
Yep.
Well, here we go. We're almost dead, so we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna make our patrol, or our cautious move, sorry, 4 to here. So I can see this guy. And then we're going to do a move and fire. So you're gonna be, let's just see, probably 12 first, because it'll make the threshold easier, because I only have to do 1 damage here. So I'll move to here so that I can hide from the big tank. And then probably within 10, armor 4 is going to be 14, 15, 16 for the hardcover. He takes your defense down by 1.
To a max huge number of 1.
Well, you might cancel a 7. Did I get a 7? I did not. And that's 16, which will be enough to do a hit, and that'll kill you.
And that'll blow me up.
It's 2 units to 2 units left. You've got the big Longinus left. What's it want to do? Not hitting it to reduce its actions was a mistake.
All right, well, I got to go for the gusto. So I am going to cautious move to here, and then
You're bracing mass, remember, so you can move and fire.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Just moving fire.
Thank you for helping me.
You're welcome. Yeah. Remember last time when you obliterated me doing this? I think this is the same thing that's going to happen right now.
Yeah, so then
I get the hard cover at least.
Double fire at the Boris.
Yeah, so the first one, I'll be 10. It looks like it's just the same as last time because that's 8 plus 2. Yeah, 8 plus 2, or 8 plus 1.5. And then
10.
And my armor is 3. So 10, 12, 15. Defense is down to 3 because I used my...
Oh, and unfortunately, I have XMG.
So defense down to 2. Ruh-roh. Did I cancel anything? I sure didn't.
8 and a 5.
That's a problem. Yeah. Luckily, I don't think you got any. You got like a double 3, which is nice.
12.
And a double 7.
Double 7.
So you need to get to, what did we say, 10 15s?
Yeah, 15. So I can do... That's a 15.
So that's 2.
And then that's a 15.
And that's 4, 5 total. I got 1 left. Shoot me again. And then move afterwards if you want. Or you can move closer and make it easier, but you're already inside 15. It's a lot of dice.
Yeah, I'll actually move up.
Okay. So now you're within 8. You're within 7, actually. So 7, 8, 9, 12 is what you need now.
12.
3 12s? That's pretty good.
Oh my God. 3 12s.
I'll cancel that one, and that's it.
That's...
I'm just dead. I'm just dead, yeah. Problem going into 4. I got an almost dead tank left.
But you automatically get initiative.
I do automatically get initiative now, though, yes. And if I get lucky, I will obliterate you. Now, I can actually see the front of you here, but you'll be super hull down, so I think I'm just gonna try and kill you. The problem here is that I need to get crits to kill you, so I guess... So here's what I can do. I'll probably die from this, but I'll make a what's it called? Advancing fire with a cautious move, because then I can get close to you, and next action I'm on alert, so I can take not half my thing.
Yeah, yep.
And then my range is going to be 4 inches, and then what's your armor? 3. So 4, 5 for the cover. Armor 3 is going to be 8.
There's no cover from that.
Sure, yeah, no, yeah, there's no cover. It's just rough terrain.
cover.
Yeah. So it's just going to be 4, 2 dice for the first one. Or I guess I cautious moved, so it's just 3 dice. I'm half for this one. So 2 dice against your, it's an XMG, so 1 die. Defense 1.
Right, this is the long giant. Yeah, 1 die.
Okay. So cancel nothing, and then I get to roll an extra die. So I'm going to do 2 damage, and now you're down to 3. I guess I just do it again.
Do it again. Do it again.
I don't want him to shoot me, though. I think I do it from right where I am.
You're fantastic.
I do it from right where I am. Yep. Yeah. You get 1 defense again.
If you back yourself up ever so slightly, I can't see you.
I know, but I can do that after I fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'll keep my range.
Absolutely sneak your way back.
All right, let's see if we can do it. 5, cancel nothing.
Oh, there's 2 10s.
That's 2 10s. That's 2 more damage. You're still alive.
And I'm still alive.
I didn't get a crit. I guess I run away and hope you don't kill me. You just come and kill me with this guy.
No, I'm going to swing around with...
He shoot me in the rear from between this thing back here.
I'm going to move up here.
Do a pincer maneuver?
Yep. So I'm going to do the...
I would have been so close. I was 1 damage away.
Shot.
Yeah, so doing a cautious move and then shooting me in the flank here. I got 2 hits left. You're 9 away, plus my armor of 3, so 12.
No XMG, so just straight up.
I got 3 defense. So double 5s, a 6, a 10, and a 2. 6s goes away, and that's all I cancel. So you get to keep the rest.
That'll be 1.
12.
But crit. So.
Yeah, so that's a crit. He's destroyed. That's game. In the field, the Longinus with 1 health left at the end of all of this. This guy's sitting on 3. Like I half health him too. Yep. Ugh.
Nothing made it out unscathed.
Nothing made it unscathed for sure. The Boris almost sealed the deal for me. He was having a great game, and this last little Garian almost got the Longinus. So there we go, end of the game. Man, the consortium taking it home. Just couldn't seal the deal with my Boris.
That's right.
And then that spectacular shot from the Longinus killing my
holy cow, that thing.
On the starting line, it's just a single, it just deleted it. Which I think is what it's meant to do. It's supposed to be this like kind of glass cannon, like super mobile assault gun, and it did its job. Couple of observations. First one, I felt like the attrition rate was good.
Yep, absolutely.
Even for a demo, our stuff stuck around enough that we weren't offset models until like turn 4-ish, 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
We're still rolling on turn 3. and maneuvering really mattered. The types of, like having different types of move, like cautious and patrol, and then we didn't use guard, but I think just at this game size, we didn't really have a chance to.
Yes, I think so. Like the whole idea of kind of like, protecting your buddy, covering fire, like that'll matter more when we have more guys.
Leapfrogging units a little bit when you have 7 units. Because this game goes to a 3x3 table with the full 7-man, I think, army boxes that are on the crowd fund. And then the units felt different enough that it was like your stuff felt like it was, everything had a different role.
Yep.
Whereas I had like my multi-role Garians that kind of did the same thing. You had your like self-propelled gun and then like one battle tank as your tanks.
Yeah, I had one kind of like normal battle tank and then another that was more of a call it tank destroyer.
Yeah. And that was you had a tank destroyer, and then I had like a heavy tank because I had a much different armor and defense rate to yours. So it was kind of a rock paper scissors when we were applying units to each other. And then
my Ranger was more of a fire support.
Yeah.
Fire support roll mech, whereas the Boris was the
ambusher.
The ambusher extraordinaire.
Yeah, and what's funny is you saw exactly what happened as soon as he got caught out by the heavy tank. He was just like, and I'm dead. And this building can't protect me anymore, and I'm dead. I do think we used an appropriate amount of terrain, and I liked that roads played a role in our mobility and stuff as well. And being able to like obscure ourselves at the end of movement. I think you want that kind of density.
Yeah, you want a city, industrial complex.
Or like mesas. You're playing in like elevations and hills.
You need that kind of maneuvering space.
And the profile of those tanks is low enough that hills even would matter for like being able to scoot behind hills and like block line of sight. So I do think this is one of those games where you're obviously, because the target numbers for damaging people are based on your range to people, maneuvering is automatically going to matter. It's a little bit Battlefleet Gothic in that way, where you're contracting and expanding your damage potential, right? When I drove up right next to your Longinus at the end, all of a sudden,
easier.
3 firepower dice is just 3 damage potentially if you're at point blank range of somebody, because you're just shooting through into the vulnerable position. So there is like a bonus to getting up close, but it's also, you have to do it at the right time, because if you don't, you're just going to die in response.
Yeah. I like that maneuvering matters without without the gimmick of like a rule for a crossfire or anything, right? Like the natural advantage is if I get over here, right, you're not in cover anymore from this perspective, and that just naturally worked.
Yeah. And like the fact that it's not an I go, you go, so you can't just rush up to point blank range and shoot everybody, because you can move your whole army. The alternating activation system kind of solves that problem.
Yeah.
If you're exposing yourself when you get up close to do a max amount of damage, you're probably putting yourself in a position where you can take that in return. So it needs to be some kind of a hunting maneuver. And then the stacking of special rules, like the alert rule being on the Boris, meaning that it could move, shoot, and then move back into a cover position, meant that you could do that kind of like handy. That ambushing kind of like
it
run.
Made
run
him
gun.
feel like a proper ambush.
Yeah. And that's with a 4-stat line and some special rules kind of sprinkled on top. So this is an easy to learn game, like mechanically. But as we played it, it kind of unspooled like the tactical options we had to play, which is fun and good.
Really
the one thing I will say is, obviously we all we know right now is the units that are in the quick start. So hopefully we'll get a better even feeling for that as more units become available and like full army lists come online, and we can get
our
more units
VTOLs
and some construction rules, because otherwise, like, I don't know why you wouldn't just take 3 of the Longinus. Right? So this is my army of Longinuses, or my army of Borises. But we'll see what that looks like in the future. So anyway, it looks promising. We enjoyed the Let's Play and the demo. Thanks for Bob Conan hating up his half. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Alan Ash.